persecuting him. And it's all because he's the leading Republican candidate for the presidential election for 2024.
She argues the former president's legal battles only make him stronger. Recent polling does show him gaining ground among Republican voters. Democrats have their own concerns.
I fear if this just becomes a Trump spectacle 24/7 on cable news, that he's going to benefit in the same way he benefited in 2016.
Former President Trump lashing out on social media against the Manhattan District Attorney and other perceived opponents as he prepares to fight this and other potential charges in separate cases looming over his presidential bid. In Washington, Alice Barr, NBC News.
And as this breaking story develops, you can get the very latest at NBCnews.com. You can also get much more later on NBC Nightly News with Lester Holt coming up at 6:30. We are learning more about a man who is facing several charges after Greensboro police say he had several guns and weapons on the campus of North Carolina A&T State University. Greensboro police say on March 26th, 27-year-old Brandon Bentley was on campus and had multiple firearms, more than 1,000 rounds of ammunition, a machete, a crossbow, hatchets, choking devices, brass knuckles, and more in his vehicles. Now, according to court documents, he ran right up to officers asking for help, and then police saw a handgun and weapons in his car. The documents also say he told an officer he was terrified of being kidnapped by a religious cult. Students at A&T are upset they were not notified about the arrest for a week. WXI 12's Maria DeBone joins us live from campus with more now. Maria.
Well, some students I talked with said they heard rumors of what was going on back on March 26th and said they wish the university notified them then instead of yesterday.
For me, I guess it was just like we finally got to know what was going on.
On Monday, April 3rd, North Carolina A&T State University students learned of the March 26th arrest of a man accused of having guns and other weapons on campus. An email sent to students said, quote, "Because the only suspect in this case was taken immediately into custody and incarcerated and his weapons were confiscated, there was no ongoing threat that needed to be communicated to constituents." But students say they still would have liked to know sooner what had happened.
You would think that they'll say something about it immediately, but due to the fact they sent the response yesterday, it's quite disappointing. And I'm not happy about that.
We also need like the full story.
Yeah.
We wouldn't just want bits and pieces and still have questions, but definitely like when it happened would have been very helpful in our Aggie alert to alert everyone that's on campus.
Another student says he thinks an alert from campus would have scared students more.
As long as everybody was safe, I think it's really cool, like when they put out the information.
And while students are saying they're glad university and Greensboro police responded like they did, they'd like to see change going forward.
I feel like they need more security out, and like they need to like have like gates or something to like avoid this happening again. You know, this is the HBCU. Like this is an educational thing. Like we're here to have our education, and some of us we have dorms. This is where we lay our head at.
This campus is always open for anybody to come, and I think that right there is the problem within itself.
And the FBI, SBI, Greensboro Police, and the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms is currently investigating. And we're told Bentley has no affiliation with the university, but he has now been banned from campus. And he was released on a $100,000 bond after being arrested, and he will be back in court later this month. In Greensboro, Maria DeBone, WXII 12 News.
Maria, thank you. New at 4, it's another step toward keeping students safe inside the classroom when classes resume next week. High school students in Winston-Salem Forsyth County schools can expect to see more randomized metal detector screenings in all high schools across the district. As part of the 2022 school safety grant, the district purchased 74 metal detectors to be used in middle and high schools. And now some portable metal detectors are being moved from middle schools to high schools to allow the district to increase how frequently they do random unannounced checks on larger campuses as part of the district's safe entry plan.
This is not to alarm anyone. This is not to say that there's information that we have and we're trying to deal with it in a certain way. This is a proactive approach in creating another layer to our existing school plans. Winston-Salem Forsyth County schools are safe. Statistically, schools are probably the safest place that students can be. But you see these random events across the country that scare people, and they're scary. I go to bed each night praying and hoping that things don't happen in Winston-Salem.
Each school is different, so district administrators are asking parents for patience, as it can take anywhere from 30 minutes to an hour and a half to get students through the detectors and into the building safely. So far, metal detectors across the district have uncovered things such as pocket knives, vapes, and brass knuckles, but district leaders say weapons like firearms are often uncovered from student tips, which they say are still very important. And you are looking live at our Blues Lake Sky Cam. Look at that. It's a postcard. Warm, sunny spring day. Beautiful, Lainey. True story. We were texting earlier. We need weekend days like this, right?
We do. I want some Saturdays that look like this, and I'm sure you do as well, folks, because we have had some rain at the end of the weeks and into the weekend as of late. A nice afternoon. Hopefully you have some time to get out and enjoy it before the sun goes down. You have 79 degrees in Greensboro, 80 degrees in Winston-Salem, and 76 in Mount Airy. Notice that we do have mostly clear skies. There's a little bit of cloud cover just to our southwest, and yes, tomorrow the clouds will be coming back, but for your evening plans, should stay dry. It'll stay warm with temperatures that are in the upper 60s in the mountains and in the mid 70s across the Triad. As the sun goes down around 9 o'clock or so tonight, we're looking at temperatures dropping as well, but still staying really mild, close to 70 degrees, and then the clouds are filling in toward daybreak tomorrow with a bit of fog. Morning temperatures really mild too, 58 in the mountains and 60 degrees in the Triad. We're going to look ahead to tomorrow, which is a dry, warm day, but then we do have some wet weather on the way, and that will impact you on Thursday into Friday.
All right, Lainey, thank you. The lights are back on in a Greensboro neighborhood after a crash early this morning. This happened on Eastgate City Boulevard near Bennett Street around 5 a.m. Greensboro police tell us it appears 5 cars were involved and one hit a power pole. We're told no one was hurt, but around 40 Duke Energy customers lost power. Meanwhile, 2 people recovering after a crash in Stokes County early this morning. State Highway Patrol saying a tractor trailer went off the road on Highway 52 near Perch Road in King. The truck hit a guardrail and overturned. 2 people were taken to the hospital, but we are told their injuries are not life-threatening.
And a new minor league baseball season is right around the corner. How one local team we spoke to was trying to knock this one out the park.
And next, the 3-part series that tells how the U.S. ended with the Taliban victory against Afghanistan, what experts say went wrong during the defeat.